Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we have to see something which is absolutely astonishing. In front of us we have a map from 1519, that's right, about 500, just over 500 years ago, and this map shows the Earth is completely different as we know it right now. For starters, we see that the Antarctica continent is lush and green. Literally, it's super green. In Africa, we see that there's lots of forests and the Sahara Desert is not really represented here at all, right? Which is quite interesting. The north part of Russia, as you can see here, we have lots of different islands, more land. It's definitely very different to how we know the Russian part is in the northern Russia territory, which is very interesting. So guys, this one is an amazing thing because we can clearly see that something has happened to the world, and the world has gone through quite a major flood 500 years ago if we compare it to now. Now this map here, for example, this one, let's just turn it around because it should be like this actually. Here we have Spain, Italy, okay, kind of parts of Africa. All right, Asia, Russia. So again, we have, this one is from 1452. This map shows a complete different geography of the world. Okay, now of course, we know that, the people back in the day, they didn't have that good technology and knowledge to make like the maps and other stuff. That's understandable. But here we see that the actual land mass is very different, like completely indifferent in some ways, which is very suspicious, especially if we compare to the world map right now. As you can see right now in the world map, we have the Antarctica continent, which is over here. Let's just remove this for a second and go back to the 1519 map. Do you see something quite shocking? Well, I mean, I can see it straight away. First and foremost, this is now covered by ice. Back then it was a lush green place, very beautiful, nice in a single place. Also, we have that the African continent was actually much more white, as you can see here, but quite heavily white. I mean, Spain is looking pretty similar to this Spain here. France as well, you can see here, France, Italy, everything's looking very similar, but as you can see here, Africa is much wider, so potentially a piece of this went missing, disappeared, gone. Same as here, there's been a separation just 100 years ago, just 500 years ago, there's been a separation here, which is quite incredible, isn't it? So guys, that is just crazy. We have clear, concise evidence that the maps, just literally the maps, if we make a comparison, I mean, in the thumbnail we can see it pretty nicely, to be honest. The world has changed substantially, and there was lots of landmass which was completely disappeared as of right now. Now my theory to this is that effectively 500 years ago something big happened on the planet, and even the comparison in between this map, which is 1519, and then this one 1492, we can still see there's quite a substantial difference. I mean, it's quite a clear, obvious difference that the land masses have shifted substantially. So something happened in that time period, and then of course between 1519 and 2023, which is today's date, something big changed. The planet shifted, the continents changed just in 500 years. So guys, remember when I say in some of my videos that maybe sometimes the resets are actually localized, they're actually only in specific areas. Seems that this is exactly what happened in this case, because the actual reset, comparing this map to the modern map, we can see that Antarctica was especially affected. Russia, the northern part of Russia, was very affected as well, and some parts of Africa. That is very interesting, guys. Nonetheless, as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, leave a like, and leave your own thoughts here. Like, what do you believe? Do you think this is just the actual writers and the cartographers just not knowing how to make a map 500 years ago and making these quite obvious weird mistakes, such as drawing the Antarctica continent without any ice? Honestly, I mean, do you really believe that? I mean, obviously it's up to you. This is, of course, the freedom of interpreting the past. But sometimes, guys, just remember, the wildest idea might as well be the most correct one in some instances, because we've seen before that official history has been censored and substantially in the last years. Because sometimes, guys, the problem is the following: they don't want people to know what really happened. And we know that some resets actually happen. There's quite clear evidence that the world has gone through a number of resets multiple times. This is nothing to be shocked about. Now, when will the next reset happen? Will it be soon? Will it be in the next 10, 20 years, 30 years? No idea. But what's clear is that every time there's a forced reset, the shape of the planet and the temperatures of the planet as well in different regions change dramatically compared to the past. As you can see evidence this in a map from the past. Guys, that's it for today's video. As always, see you later in the next one. Bye.